Because I would look at CNN or look at NBC or read these shitty Brooklyn-based digital media outlets, and they'd all be, they were like puppets who had united to just constantly ratify over and over an obvious lie. The Huffington Post practically made a campaign video for Joe Biden with sinister music and different imagery that just put on the screen absolute lies. Intelligence agents affirm that the Hunter Biden materials are Russian disinformation. They were produced by Rudy Giuliani. None of these people have an iota of integrity. They are compulsive liars. I'm telling you, they are willing to lie because they know that lying is necessary for career advancement. They look at Jeffrey Goldberg and Natasha Bertrand and see what has happened to them. If you lie for the right cause in media, that is the only way your career advances within these institutions. And I would constantly say over and over every day, how can you say this is Russian disinformation? Where's the evidence? In fact, here's the mountain of evidence proving that the laptop is authentic. And it just didn't make a dent because they didn't care if it were true. They only cared about one thing, which is what's coming out of our mouth, whether true or false, helpful to the supreme cause of defeating Donald Trump? That is all they cared about as journalists. And that is why I say that these polls showing that the public despises journalists and holds them in contempt and doesn't trust them and puts no faith, all of that is completely valid. It's totally warranted. In fact, if you trust the media, you're essentially crazy, ignorant. If you trust these media outlets, because they lie to your face every day, and the evidence that they're doing so is clear, and most Americans know it. Most Americans understand it. That's why polls show that the media is at its lowest level of trust and faith in the history of the United States, because it doesn't take me to say this. People know this in their bones. And they never lied more deliberately or more concertedly or more in unison than days leading up to the 2020 election, particularly about this Hunter Biden story.